YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Trial by Fiverr, contestant number 2. So today's entry is Voxel Tycoon. So what is Voxel Tycoon? Well, if you've ever played the old Transportation Tycoon or OpenTTD, this is a voxel homage to that. Essentially, you have a number of different towns. They demand certain goods. You have a number of different industries around the countryside that supply those goods. You supply them through vehicles, trains, and other transportation means. And as you supply the towns, they grow, and then they start demanding more elaborate things and whatnot. But there's a few twists on this game that just makes it. It's not just OpenTTD with a new graphics set. So let me show you as we go here. So let's start up a new game. Pinstar Pathways, I think, is the good one here. World Seed. You know what? I'm going to use one of my name and game patrons that I've chosen at random as our World Seed. Dana Black has been chosen at random from my name and game patron, so this will be the world of Dana Black. If you want to learn more about becoming a name and game patron, check out a link to my Patreon page for more information down below. Right then, let us dive in. I've started up a world before and done the tutorial, so I will be your tutorial. Okay. We are here in the Greenwood region. So this world has been randomly generated based on the seed. So if you have Voxel Tycoon and you want to play along here, use Dana Black as your world seed, and you'll get the exact same world that we have. All right, so there are three different towns in our starting region. Which would be this. See, as you can see, the world is broken up into different regions. We're only allowed to, at the moment, build in our current region. Whiterun. What is this? Skyrun? So we can't go poking our head into other regions which have other towns and also other goods. At least not until we buy our way into that, but we need a lot more money than we have right now. Better to just flesh out this region. Right then, so we've got three towns. We've got Greenwood, decently large town, and they demand iron ore. And what type of town are you? So this is a mixed town. So certain towns, the growth of the certain towns are influenced by the different types of towns. So a mixed town values transportation and industrial services equally in terms of how much it's willing to grow. Let's see what our other towns are. Well, then we have Fullerton, which is a tourist town. Tourist towns care a lot more about having spot-on passenger service than they do having their industrial goods met, or industrial needs met, rather. So that's one thing to consider. And then we've got Hopewell, which is an industrial town, the exact opposite. They want their industries fed, and they don't care quite as much about passenger. I mean, don't get me wrong, they don't mind passenger service, but they really are focused on the industries. And their industries here are coal and wood. Interesting. So iron ore. So the two towns that don't care about industry both want the same thing, which is iron ore up here. The town that does care about it is right here. But you know what? Coal and wood are within decent striking distance of this, so I think it might be wise to start. The other thing that you want to do is you need to choose a place for your headquarters. Now, whichever town that you lay your headquarters down in will pay you 10% more for any goods or services that you render it. So it's actually pretty good to focus fire on the town that you're building your HQ in, because you'll just make more. And then as the town grows and starts demanding new stuff and more stuff, then you'll just make even more money. So I think Hopewell is going to be our thing. Can we change the name of it? Hopewell. For 230. Wow. This is the first game I've ever seen that lets you rename things but charges you for it. Well, I have a feeling we're going to need our seed capital, so I will start renaming towns for name and game patrons, but we got to start turning a profit first. Dang. All right. Well then. All right. So we need wood and coal. So wood and older wood, essentially. Right then. Now, can we build a... so we want to get ourselves a transportation... not a factory, not a mining facility. Station, there we go. A freight station. And yeah, it has a little circle of service around it. So yeah, if we put it here, this would be basically a perfect route for it. Now, what we need to do is we need to consider what direction the trucks are going to be traveling on, which way they are going to be facing. Yeah, I think... Now, we can stomp on buildings, but that makes it significantly more expensive if we do that. We don't want to do that. All right, I think this is the correct answer right here. So what we do, we go to our roads. Yeah, we want to loop this in. Now, trucks can't just magically turn around when they get to the station, so they have to be on this side of the road. And this is U.S. driving systems here, so it will always be on the right side of the road. So what we could do here is actually just kind of loop you around back into itself. Can it loop into itself? No? Okay. God. I do want to loop it back into itself, but not, I guess we can't do it like right there. Yeah, there we go. Actually, let's just draw this out like this. There we go. So that way they spin by, drop it off, come back, and there you go. Okay, so let's draw this out to coal. I want to try and hook up both industries here, but we're going to need a fairly large road network here. All right, now we're going to need a mining facility for coal. And there, as you can see, there is actually a finite amount of it. Now, 191K is not going to be dried up anytime soon. But I'd imagine once you get into the late game, especially if you have techs that let you extract stuff faster, or once this thing's been plinking away at it for an extended period of time, then you can get into cases where this starts to dry up and you need to find sources elsewhere. Which can help kind of force you to rework your logistics network. So let's get our coal mine over here. And we're going to need ourselves another freight station. Now here, if we keep the road at a dead end, they will have to just turn around, which is fine. Oh yeah, I never built my HQ. Let's get that HQ ordered here. Yes, build a headquarters in Hopewell. There we go. Pinstar Pathways. Fantastic. And just to catch the town before it grows, I'm gonna make this little right here just so that we have better means to get around the town. Because I'd hate for like some buildings to grow right here and cap this off and prevent us from making a circular network here. I might do the same down here, but not right this second. Okay, now let's get a garage. Yeah, we can put one right here. Garage 1. All right, so let's get a couple of trucks going here. So we're going to buy a vehicle. This one, I believe, yeah, iron ore or coal will be the thing that this carries. We get ourselves a car, but now we can switch you to, we can edit your route. Add a stop, Hopewell transfer, load, and we want you to be full. Add a stop, and Hopewell north, and unload all, and rinse and repeat. Save as let's see, this will be Hopewell coal. Actually, no, this won't be Hopewell coal. Hang on. Just grab myself another random number generator. This town shall eventually be named Jared. I have randomly chosen. Ergo, this shall be Jared Cole. There. See, I can rename something without having to pay a fortune for it. Now let's release all. Looking for trouble. Let's unpause you. Now here's a nifty little thing. We can copy and clone this off, and it will inherit. It'll not only be the exact same car, but also inherit the exact same route. So all three of these trucks are now knowing to go down here to Hopewell transfer and do this. Now here's the tricky part, and this is one of the differences that sets this apart from something like an OpenTTD. So if we look at the demand here for coal, we've got two figures here. We got demand and in storage. So now the demand here is it consumes items at a rate of 5 per workday, and you can see the workday down here. Now what that does is it'll take some goods from storage, if there is enough, and consume them, and that'll add that to fulfilled demand. Like here, we're going to see in a moment. Here's our 5 units of coal in storage. We got paid for that $1,500. Not too bad. And now we're offloading another set of coal. So at the end of so at the end of the workday, bam! It grabs 5 of them and fulfills that demand, and then obviously reduces the amount in storage. And it will do that every single day. And then at the end of the month, if it can eat 5 every single day, it'll arrive at 125 of 125 demand, and that the percentage of the demand that you fulfill determines your rating at this. So see, yeah, it ate another one. Now here's the tricky part. That's not the tricky part. This is the tricky part. If you keep saturating stuff, it can only eat 5 per tick. That's all it's going to eat. If you keep saturating it, the excess will build up in storage, and that won't be too bad. But if you cap out, if you exceed the storage by even 1 unit, you basically have shown the market that there is way too much of this stuff available, and you flooded the market, and it takes the amount of money you get paid for delivery goes way down. So you are heavily penalized for oversupplying one of your markets. As long as the demand can keep up with what you're supplying, you're pretty golden here. In fact, I think we're going to want to monitor this, because we are slowly building up in storage. Ideally, it's eating the last of the goods by the time the next truck comes and delivers it. So we might need to take one of these trucks off and move it to our other route, which is fine because we're building up another route coming here. So let's pause here. And let's get our wood. Now, wood is significantly further away, so we're going to want to get that covered. Now, I think what I want to do is route wood through Fullerton, even though Fullerton doesn't demand it. Fullerton's a tourist town, so they're going to want to go visit somebody. So we can start getting bus services going between Fullerton and Hopewell. Even though Hopewell doesn't really care about transportation, it still doesn't mind it. You get a little bit of benefit. And if that makes Fullerton happy and growing, then, well, all the better. And since they're naturally close enough to each other, I think that would be a smart decision. So let's get mining facilities, sawmill. There we go. Build on a suitable deposit. Wood. Get you going. All right. And then we go to our roads. We go to our freight station. As long as it's within range, and you'll see it light up in blue if it is, then we can sort of teleport the wood. Just in case I need more sawmills, let's put you a little further here. Fullerton South. All right, now we're gonna get you down here. Oh, did I line? No, I didn't quite. I did not line that up perfectly, but that's okay. All right, so we're gonna plug into you, Fullerton, and then we'll draw you up here. And wow, those two match up perfectly. Okay, and then you come up here to Hopewell North, and then you come back down here. Not the most efficient route, but it's good enough. Good enough for government work. Okay, so then... Yeah, you know what I think I'm going to do? We're going to take one of our trucks here, and we're going to change your... We're going to edit you. We're going to switch you to individual route. We're going to send you down here and load up everything until you're full. And then you're going to go here and unload. We're going to save this as Jared Wood. And I'm just double checking to make sure that didn't mess with the routes on our others. All right, no, yep, the other two are doing their thing. So we'll see if the two trucks can keep up properly. Because I'd rather be slightly under than slightly over. Because I don't want that price to plummet. But that being said, I think we're going to need quite a few more trucks here. So you're the Jared Wood. So let's clone you off a few times. Let's go with 4 because of how far away you are. And if 4 is not enough, then we'll go from there. Now, the other thing we want to do, since we still have enough seed capital for it, is let's get our passenger service going. So our stations, we're going to want either a bus stop or a double bus stop. Double bus stop lets you stop at either side. And here we want to catch all of the different houses here. We could do something like where it goes over to here and get the north half of Hopewell, and then we'll do another station for the southern half of Hopewell. We could do that probably with a single... Yeah, we can do the northern Hopewell station like this. Because there's a pretty clear divide here. And then down here, we could do something like... We do it like a double bus stop, but over here. This might require 3 if we're going to cover all of Hopewell. Well, actually, what we could do is, yeah, just build you here. Or better yet, let's just clear out this little... Excuse me. Alright, so we do bus stop here, and we do want a double bus stop, although, yeah, actually, this double bus stop right here is perfect, and then we'll just do another bus stop over here. I think actually I want to flip this to the other side. Thankfully, we get a refund. Because I'm trying to think of the best route for these things to take. Yeah, something like that. Be a little bit taller. Chill back, Gabe. Chill back. There. Okay. So we come up here. We stop here. We run back around here. And then we do something like this. So that means we can get we can place another bus stop on this side of Hopewell, and that will cover all of Hopewell. And as the town grows, it'll probably be within the in the confines of one of the... Actually, if we're going to catch this... Hang on, Hopewell North... Okay, we need to catch these two with this one. Which is unfortunate because... Yeah, we miss out on that one right there in the middle unless we destroy this giant house. Unless, hang on. Unless we do something like this. Because again, you gotta factor in what side of the road people are driving on. Alright, that gets everybody on this side. Go down one just so the road isn't going in right into the side there. Yeah, I think we're good. Alright. Stinks that I have to destroy that whole section of road, but now we can properly route it. Alright, yeah, we don't want to go onto the hill here, so we'll go down a smidge. There, that's better. Alright, so that's Hopewell all done. Now let's hook up Fullerton, who actually who actually cares about all the passengers, unlike Hopewell. So if we do... Okay, got our 2 stations built. I figured I'd just quick place them. So Fullerton Southeast, Fullerton North. Both of these cover the entirety of Fullerton. Now what we need to do is create a complex series of bus routes here. I just realized I assigned a AA truck to a... Pinstar, you fool. These trucks can't do that. Oh man, alright, I kind of screwed that up. This is what I try to get for being fancy. Guys, all of you go to the garage because I screwed up. I gotta sell these. Hopefully for not too much of a loss. Alright, Jared Cole, you can actually be the Cole. Yeah, you're the other Jared Wood. Can't believe I did that. Whoops. We'll sell off 3 of them. We'll keep one of them in reserve in case we need that extra vehicle for the coal route. But all right, hang on. Let's first off let's get our truck here, our wood carrying truck. Yes, I want to stop configuring. I want the route. There we go. Add stop. Fullerton South, load until full, add stop. Hopewell North, unload, save as. Okay, release all. We'll get to the buses in a moment. Alright, we got our cars in the garage. Now, please tell me there's a way to sell these. Oh, sell all. Alright, probably a little bit of a loss there, but that's alright. And then we'll clone off this one a few times. There we go. Release you all. We'll see how that does as far as bringing wood and see if that lasts. Alright, now, before we really turn this loose, let's buy us some passenger vans. Alright, so this one's going to be a little bit more complex. So what we want to do is we want to hit up... we want to spin by basically all of these stops. So we're going to do a transfer, which is an unload and then load. And we're going to do transfers at all of these. Transfer to here, because maybe some people up here just want to come down here. That's a possibility. And we're actually not going to hit Hopewell northwest right off the bat. We're going to come down here. We'll hang a right, do Fullerton north, add a stop, Fullerton southwest. Add stop, Hopewell northwest, transfer, repeat. And let me just random up to see who our next person is here. Zafira. To Zafira to Jared. Perfect. Now, you don't really have the oversupply danger that you do with industrial goods with passengers. They'll just be happy that you're picking them up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to see once this stop specifically fills up a little bit more. Then I'll clone off and buy a new one, because we want the buses spaced. And I mean, it might not be too busy to begin with anyway. Yeah, how are we doing over here? Yeah, and each of these have different destinations in mind. So yeah, we got 5 people picked up over here. Let's clone it. Off you go. And, you know, we'll add more buses to the routes as we need it. Alright, we're down to 64,000. So yeah, that's the reason why I didn't spring for actually renaming the towns, because, yeah. Alright, so all of our wood here is getting picked up, which is good. But we're going to be, I'm going to be curious to see basically the full cycle. So once the first truck dumps its wood off, will this place have enough? Also, what's this thing? Alright, so our coal's looking good. It just ate the last thing that's in storage. But we'll see if you get there in time. Alright, just ate another thing. We're still at bad rating, but it takes time for it to recover. You know what? I think I'm going to let this one go. No, but it can't be Jared Wood. This is going to be Jared Cole. We'll let it go do its thing. All right, first supply of wood. Not quite as profitable, but that's okay. Oh, looks like it wants to go around the other way. Oh, that's fine. Less traffic this way. Actually, I think this just bumped itself. Yeah, we're up to average satisfaction now. And yeah, it's going to be sitting there for a while, so we may lose some ticks here. So I am going to let the third car do its thing. But I'm going to check back here periodically to make sure that we're not oversupplying and about to, you know, Sorcerer's Apprentice the coal into it. Now, yeah, this is a little concern in that, you know, we're going to have a little bit of a log jam, no pun intended, dropping off into the same one here. which is again why I wanted the extra truck, so that we can have some extra backup supply. So if it gets hungry while it's waiting for its deliveries, it can have a snack, as it were. Whoa ho ho! Okay, well the bus is getting here just in time. We're gonna need another bus here. Yeah, buses not so much profitable, but hey, if they help the city grow, then that's good enough for me. Yeah, still have a ton of people here. To Hopewell Northwest. Oh, these people are just going to sit in here and go to all the way to the next town. I wonder if it would be smart if I double up the bus stops here and then make one going in the opposite direction, so that if that's shorter, maybe. I don't know if that would mess up the AI logic though. What do we got here? Fullerton Southwest, Fullerton North, Hopewell Northeast. The other thing we might be able to do is if we funnel everybody to Hopewell Northwest and then funnel Fullerton North to the southwest and then just have another route going between these two, and then they use that as a dropping off point, that might work. We'll see. How are we doing here? So we got 25 wood demand, and it is chowed through that. What do you eat? You eat 4 a day. But yeah, four wood trucks is not enough. Oop, 29K for that. Well, we'll get at least another one here. How is Hopewell itself doing? So yeah, we are average in terms of our business thing, average in terms of our passenger service, and so the town itself is average, which means it grows every 20 days. Now, once the growth rating goes higher, then the town's going to start growing a lot faster. And we can see it's demanding the coal, the wood. Now, new things will crop up in demand as we go here. And it looks like at population 724, we might get another demand, another industrial good here. Danielle Martinelli. All right, Danielle Martinelli. Hopefully we can make... we can make you happy, make your town happy anyway. Yeah, you know what? Let me try my little experiment here. Well, first off, let me clone off my garage here for a second for the wood trucks. Just because I know we need those extra trucks just to keep the wood flowing. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to have one of you Switch to individual route. Yeah, we're just gonna nix all of these. Transfer, 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 and that's it. Jared in Inner City. And then you, my friend, you're going to have the you're going to transfer, and then you will transfer to Fullerton Southeast. I guess we could do Fullerton Southeast, Fullerton North. Because Fullerton's small enough. Yeah, that works. And then, you know what? We'll keep that master route on for the third bus. I just want a dedicated inner city route for Hopewell. Or, well, for Jared. That way everyone gets funneled down here. The only problem here with this is that buses, once they drop somebody off, it's not going to be easy for them to turn around. It'll actually be a very long and arduous proposition to turn around. And that kind of defeats some of the purpose. If we do a little kitty corner here, although this is going to wreck one of the houses here. Okay, build here. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit less efficient. But you know what? I'm experimenting. This is a Pinstar Plays level. I have not mastered this by any measure. At least we're still getting full prices here. All right, we are at good service levels here for the coal. That's always good. And we're still at bad for wood, but wood's at a sporadic level of delivery just because of, you know, previously we were underserving it, so it took it a little while to get the storage. We need enough storage we need to fill the storage a little bit for it to nibble on. As long as we don't max out at 205, then we're golden. We are starting to accumulate storage here. All right, so you, my friend, it is time for you. Go back to the depot, please. Because yeah, now we're overdoing it. So we're gonna sell all. Because that was a little bit too much coal. And we would eventually max out that storage and nuke our price. Alright, so this is Hopewell. Yeah, this is our different thing here. So you are so we got 7 passengers to Fullerton Northwest. Now that we have some cash, let's help them out. This will let them turn around a lot faster, and also give the town some room to build. Or, yeah, some room to build itself, essentially. Oh, it's nice that they weren't taking this whole loop here. They were taking this little upper loop here, but this will be a little bit faster, I think. Obviously, we have not brought any iron here, but that'll probably be our next move. So, if this particular series wins the vote, we'll be turning this particular save game into a full series, and I will pick up right where we left off. Likely making sure that our stuff here is expanding. And starting to get some iron ore over to Fullerton, and then probably getting some passenger service over here to Greenwood, because Greenwood still has nothing. Yeah, because we can get iron ore and pumping it through here. We can find a way. Commerce always finds a way. Alright then, so if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, make sure this weekend there'll be the poll for the Trial by Fiver as to which game series will continue on. And also, hey, hit a like and leave a comment. I'm going to use likes and comments as a tiebreaker in case we hit any ties in our Trial by Fiver poll. Also check out my Patreon, both for your name and game, and also patrons will be getting an extra vote in the Trial by Fiver poll. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Pinstar out. See ya!